Welcome everybody to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast, and in this video we're going to give you our reactions for the Game Awards 2023. We have plenty to go over, so stick with us if you can. Dylan, why don't you start us off?
This feels so weird.
I know.
In the same room. Gosh, I'm used to a big divider right here.
I know.
I'll tell you what, though. Asians are taking over next year.
I swear.
I'll say that shit. Holy crap.
Wow, what the?
Asian pride. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. My man Jeff was late for Stop Asian Hate, so he was like...
My man solved world peace at the Game Awards.
Yeah, damn, man. There's a lot of representation.
Only he could do that for Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, I was scared when Neil Druckmann came up. I was like, don't break it up.
Shit, but I mean, I think we both... It's funny, thank God we didn't bet on this shit, because you...
Oh my God.
You took so many L's. I
really did. Holy cow, I would have lost everything.
Holy crap. I honestly thought a lot of my predictions were gonna be, like, wrong, but actually it turned out a lot of them were right for some reason.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So, yeah, I mean, some were expected, some were unexpected. I think we kind of wanted it to have an end on a high note for this game, because a lot of things with the economy right now, and we've had multiple discussions about where the gaming industry is headed. I'm not too disappointed. I think I had high expectations. I think you had high expectations as well. I am excited to see some of these games that are in development. We'll go more into detail about some of the showcases, the world premieres that Jeff Keighley announced. But let's get your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, there were some goodies, but the goodies were unfortunately not that shocking for me. I wanted to be more shocked and I wanted to feel more refreshed because whatever they showed, I mean, we want to kind of see new IPs, but at the same time too, the new IPs that they did show was a little, I feel mean to say it, but it just wasn't super exciting for me. Maybe for other people it is, but I could kind of see where the trajectory of the industry's going with what type of games they're going to make next. It's going to be centered more on indies, which could be a good thing, because I know AAA games, there's a lot of exhaustion and there's a huge dilemma going on right now. But for the most part, I mean, at least my king, my love, my beautiful savior, Hideo, was there to bless the screen.
Oh my gosh, at least.
When he came out, I was like, kokorimasu. And I was like, yes. But I mean, all in all, I think it was pretty much like last year in a way. It was kind of whatever.
I'll say it was kind of predictable, because a lot of the things that we saw here, we've already seen multiple trailers and gameplay already from different showcases that we've covered. And the stuff that was kind of new IPs, they didn't give us too much. There were some cool cinematic trailers, but nothing much to go off of. We do have some cool new releases that we'll talk about later, but also we have a lot of actors coming into the industry now, which I thought was really cool. I mean, we had Nicolas Cage, I think, in that one game,
Dead by Daylight,
and now we have Matthew McConaughey,
which I don't know who he was. Right. I don't know. He said, "I'm in it," and he's like, "Where?"
I'd be none the wiser.
I was like, "Where?"
It's funny because a lot of the actors were like, "Oh yeah, I'm this character in this trailer," and then I was like, "Where?"
I was like, "Okay."
But I think that's cool that Hollywood is getting more involved, and it's becoming more professional, and it's being treated more like an art form in that regard by bringing in a lot of this. Oh, we had Christopher Judge.
Make a return. That was funny. Cool. Yeah, that was pretty funny. No, yeah, exactly. I mean, it like I said, the industry's always evolving, as we always say. But I wonder now, because there are a lot of lackluster kind of undertonings with the industry. It doesn't feel like hurrah gaming anymore. It kind of feels like there's a lot of issues that comes with it. So I feel like this is kind of a bad time for a lot of new actors to get involved. Sure. So it's unfortunate, and we could kind of see that from the trailers. Where is Wolverine? I'm just gonna let you guys know, nowhere to be found.
That man dipped. He went back to Canada.
He dipped. Yeah. He's not even in. What's that match report? Apparently, was supposed to take place. He's like straight in Canada.
That's true, because I even said, before we started watching, I was wondering if we're gonna get an update of Wolverine, because Spider-Man was a big hit this year. Which, by the way, Spider-Man got dick awards this year. I was surprised. I know it just came out last month, but holy shit, guys! I thought it would have at least won something. Holy fuck! Justice for Peter, I guess.
No, I could have swore I saw Yuri Lowenthal with the mask, and I could have swore when someone else won from Baldur's Gate, he was like this. Some shit. I could have sworn. Yeah, I was like, they really, really lost. I mean, they won in their own ways. I mean, they made a lot, but at least in
They
sales.
were nominated for a lot of categories.
They were nominated,
But
at
yeah,
least.
Baldur's Gate, man, y'all are eating good tonight.
Yeah, I
Holy
guess.
shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I heard it's a great game. I haven't played it myself, but congratulations on the fans of Baldur's Gate 3. So that's really cool. So why don't we talk a little bit about what they actually did reveal? Because I know a lot of people coming to the Game Awards for the reveals itself. Let's start off with like some of your favorites.
Okay, well, let me see. Well, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of cool, like, Asian-inspired and a lot of, like, cyberpunk-y-inspired games,
Yeah.
which I think are really cool. Unseen Studios, which is an independent studio, just released a trailer for Kemuri, which is kind of like this cool, like, ninja-esque game. It kind of felt like Sekiro and almost like Elden Ring, not really, but in that sphere of like samurai games. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Oh, that wasn't the. Oh, so you're
was
talking
that
about
the one?
after the
Yeah.
street one, right?
Yeah,
That was like what the.
or maybe I'm thinking
the. It was this lady.
There was
though,
so
right?
that one.
Yeah. Oh,
There were
yeah,
so
yeah.
many. They kind of like blended together. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's not like a really unique identity anymore, and I feel like it sucks because everyone wants to try to do their own thing in that brand, but it I don't know, it just feels samey a lot of the times. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I honestly really forgot about that one. I was more attracted to the first trailer they showed from Unseen Studios, although it was cinematic, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the gameplay because I think it's a unique type of visual. You know?
That was the street one actually. Now that I'm looking at it.
Oh, it was?
I think
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
That looked cool because it was like street mixed with magical elements that pertain to Japan, of course. So I always like that when it has like different flavors of different cultures and stuff. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about you? How about your first pick?
I'm gonna just say again. I recommend to you guys, bow when you see Hideo Kojima. So he's coming out with, which I thought, I was freaked out because they had Sophia Lillis, they had Hunter Schafer, and I was like, oh, are they a part of Death Stranding? And it was like this really eerie type of monologue.
And Udo Kier too. So I was like,
Udo
oh, shit.
Kier,
I was like,
yeah.
damn.
I was like, what is this? And it turns out it's a game called OD. And I felt like ODing after watching that trailer because I was like, oh, goodness me. It invokes type of like this kind of PT. I bet you guys remember that from PS4 days, the demo vibes. So I guess he's trying to do his new Silent Hill thing, but with a new IP. And I cannot wait to hear more about it. And also Jordan Peele, which they did do a Zoom conference way back then during the pandemic. And I was wondering why are they talking to each other? And now we know they're collaborating and with other creators, and they call it the Avengers, right? So, I mean, if World War III is going to start, it's going to start with that. Because, my goodness, let me tell you, I cannot wait. It looks super ambitious as well. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think it's ambitious. And, coming from Kojima, it's going to be good. It's going to be very story-driven. I can't wait. And, Jordan Peele also collaborating. So,
That's
you
cool.
can tell the two masters of horrors are going to really bring their A game to this game.
No, it's absolutely cool. And I really wonder how come they didn't show more of Death Stranding. It's interesting that he's working on 2, like he's involved in 2 projects. I think even he's involved in probably a 3rd. I heard a long time ago he was going to do something else. So it's really crazy. They're really doing a lot in Kojima Productions. Send us a pass, please, to visit one day in Japan.
Please. Please, Kojima.
Please. Oh, but also to mention, because we did mention Christopher Judge earlier, they just really fast there, they revealed a DLC that's free and it's dropping actually December 12th.
Oh yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. That's crazy. Maybe we could see King Canute from Vikings Valhalla there. Yeah, what did you think about that trailer?
That was a shock to me as it was to you. I know you're a huge
Oh,
God
yeah.
of War player. I was like, oh, and then like, what was it, December 13th?
December 12th.
So, yeah, it's like
So soon.
next Monday. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, that's a great, reward for all the faithful God of War fans. I think that's great because we haven't really had anything new with God of War since last year, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was a shock to my system. But yeah, a lot of Celtic and
Hell yeah,
Viking
Asians
stuff,
and Celtic.
yeah.
you guys
That's
got
the
it.
trend. That's the trend, actually.
You guys got it this year or next
Shit.
year.
Holy shit! Yeah, there was that other game,
Oh.
Wrath of Asgard or some Asgard's Wrath, I think.
Oh, okay.
It was like that RPG game.
I feel like I forgot for some reason.
It was the one with Loki or something.
Oh, the VR.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That they had the guy from Critical Gamer or whatever.
Right,
It's like
yeah.
some. Yeah.
So I guess gods are gonna be the new trend now.
Yeah, probably, which is crazy. Also, well, speaking about Vikings and Celtic stuff, we did get a trailer for Hellblade 2, Senua's.
Senua Saga.
Yeah, that looked really good. I'm not gonna lie, and the trailer was like super grunge, super great.
All the trailers for this game look totally amazing. I mean, I know we saw gameplay before, and I think there was a trailer that we saw. I think it was it PA Showcase? I think it was, but
I think it was Xbox
or Xbox. Yeah, one of them. But yeah, they're like super cinematic, and we go more into Senua's story. I really like. And yeah, there's a lot more violence in this one, so I feel like it's gonna be very immersive and very historically immersive as well.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! And if anything, it's gonna be seeped in themes of probably, controversial topics, just like the first game was. So I can't wait to see where they go with this one. And they're also pushing. Well, I don't know. Nobody really uses their technology, but I love Ninja Theory what they're doing with the mocap itself. I hope more studios will try to incorporate that type of routine. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I actually got to play Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League Alpha. I can't say anything about it.
Can't speak on it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't speak about it. But yeah, I can't wait. You guys are in for a treat. And they did show a trailer, and let's just say I did see a lot of that in the alpha, so it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks beautiful. I adds to the lore of the Arkham universe.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. So what before I go with my other reveal, what's yours?
There's a couple cool third person games. We have the first Berserker Khazan. That looked pretty interesting to me. The animation looks like really fluid.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Phantom Blade Zero. That's that new game that's coming out as well. We had another trailer for Wukong, Black Myth, drops in August of next year.
Yeah,
that looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I love like the inspiration behind it. It was like these Chinese like gods and like folk tales. I love that they're drawing inspiration from. I noticed that's kind of like a trend too, that they're taking a lot of these myths and legends and turning into these kind of almost like Souls-esque stuff, because they did that with Liza P. So now they're kind of doing it with this game as well. So I think it's really interesting. What do you think?
No, yeah, hell yeah, and the graphics look great. I don't know which engine they're using, unless if it's like a proprietary software that they're using. If it is, that's impressive, because I know that they're not like a huge studio, I believe, back in China. But really, yeah, it does look great. I'm not into those type of, I don't know, because if it's like Sekiro or whatever, I'm not really into the Soulsborne type of stuff. But this honestly makes me feel like to try it out. That's how good it looks, and then design-wise, it just looks absolutely amazing.
It looks like a better version of Wolong, because I played Wolong and it was kind of like Sekiro, but I don't know, I kind of fell off with it, so this looks like more stylized for me. I guess, yeah,
that's what happens when you go red pill with Soulsborne games.
You go down this rabbit hole with Souls games.
Also, big shout out to The Last of Us Season 1 for winning Best Adaptation. I would have been so pissed if it was Super Mario Brothers. Like,
honestly, anybody in that category, I mean, we'll go more in detail for the winners later, but I think anybody in that category deserved it.
Yeah, absolutely. All of like the stuff that they were nominated for, they deserve to win for sure. And then we also get first of all, there was a Sega trailer, and when I saw it, I recognized so many games, and I cannot believe finally they're remastering a lot of the games, like the Crazy Taxi Driver thing, or like that roller skating game. Those were like back in the day for Xbox, a long time ago. Those were like the pivotal games to play. What did you think about that trailer?
Yeah, because they're not gonna have any new Sonic games until like next year. So they're like, let's take our old shit and just remaster it. But it did look good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when I saw that trailer, I recognized some of those games too. I was like, holy shit! Like the remastering looks beautiful. So great. I think it's gonna be a great year for Sega, especially because Nintendo's hot right now with Zelda, so maybe they're taking their old IPs and say, hey, let's try something new, I guess.
Well, I also wonder if that's like a commentary on the industry, because there has been a lot of remakes and remasters recently, and I wonder if that's just a fast way to make money somehow, which is unfortunate. I don't know, but we will see about that. What is your... Oh, well, I bet you kind of, because I know you're a big fan. What did you think about Jurassic Park Survival?
That looked cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's... I was thinking it's basically Alien Isolation, but with dinosaurs.
I forgot the company who works on it, too. Maybe, yeah.
But it did look cool. It's like you're almost like living in the movie. I mean, it was more of a cinematic trailer, but it did look really good. And yeah, we haven't really had any Jurassic Park.
Like this, too.
Like, yeah. I think it's actually gonna add more fear, which I like, because the last couple of Jurassic Park games have been like kind of like these like
City Skylines,
beat 'em up, like arcade fighters almost. So I think it's really cool that they're bringing it into the. I think it looks like Isla Nublar, the original island. It
looks like in the 90s too, maybe, because the way she's dressed.
The original. So I think that's really cool that they're bringing us back to the old park.
Sure, yeah, no, I like the trailer. I forgot, I don't know who that actress is. If you guys are actually watching, let us know in the comments, because I feel like she's recognizable, and that's probably going to be the main protagonist. I'm down for it, honestly, at Jurassic Park. That like makes the most sense, is to do, because otherwise you'll just become like Monster Hunters if you do like a different genre.
Which, actually, funny enough, they had a trailer for.
Yeah, that was the last one.
That was ass. That was the last trailer. I was so mad.
I was so mad. I was expecting to hear shink, and it was it wasn't.
Well, we also had another cool game from Lightspeed Studios, The Last Sentinel. It's another open world game. A lot of open world games I noticed releasing. This kind of gave me like a Blade Runner meets the Creator-esque vibe. I love the trailer for it. I can't wait to see what the gameplay looks like. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I honestly, I'm mad because they revealed her face, and at first I thought it was Snake Eyes. Not gonna lie,
it did kind of look like Snake Eyes.
And I thought they were gonna reveal.
We haven't had a good G.I. Joe.
We never really had. Yeah. No, and it's kind of sucks. I don't know, but that's Hasbro's thing, unless they want to do that in the future. But I mean, no, the trailer, it's a cinematic, but it looks eerie. It looks interesting. Definitely, like there's a problem, probably like a type of disturbance going on with AI or
dystopian
robots. Yeah. And it says third person open world. We saw from the trailer there's a lot of verticality, and I wonder how that's going to come into play. Will there be floating cars? I don't know. Will there be, well, probably not, because the motorcycle. Will there be like grappling and shit like that? I don't know. How good will it be? I mean, the guy came from GTA game, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite detailed, and the gameplay will be easy to get around, especially in a dystopian setting like that.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna save that because I want to talk a little bit about that a little later. But we also got... Fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it now. I just want to get it out of my chest. First of all, have you guys played Deathloop? Have you guys played Dishonored 2? Have you guys played Blade? Not yet, because they actually revealed it, and it will be coming out. And I was so shocked at the end. I was like, is this Deathloop 2? I could not believe they actually showed
I thought it was
Blade.
too, because the graphic kind of looks
similar. It looks like
that.
Exactly. What were your thoughts on that?
That was a shocker to my system too. Especially, I was like, oh fuck, you know. And Blade isn't really a character that we've had a lot of media. I mean, Marvel Sons obviously, but that's Marvel Sun. But yeah, to bring his own solo game, I think that's a really interesting concept. I doubt it'll be, you know, in the same universe as the Insomniac Spider-Man universe. Not much gameplay. It's mainly a cinematic trailer, but I'm really interested. I can't wait to see where the story goes.
And I'm also glad that it takes place in Paris. From the creative director, he said that it's a walled-off Paris. There's invaders, so I'm glad it's not in New York, because everything takes place. I might as well like get rid of New York at this point, because it's always getting invaded. So I'm super glad they went to Paris, and I think it makes sense because there's a lot of like the catacombs and stuff like that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So like
Europe, Transylvania. Yeah.
Exactly, and I think it's a good setting for Blade. I think it's interesting to see his character interact with like different French people and stuff like that. It's like a cool dynamic.
I wonder if we would actually see Morbius.
Morbius will be cool.
That would be cool.
I would like to see that, or Lucien, or
whatever the fuck
Alistair. All these fucking vampire names. Lucius. I hate those names. Elysius. Yeah, no, it does look good. I love his design. Again, it's probably too early to tell.
He looked good in the trench coat.
He looked good in the trench coat. I thought at first it was gonna be first person because Dishonored, and he got the sword, but It's third
I'm
person.
mad because I thought that was Jamie Foxx playing Blade.
Oh, that would have been cool though if he did mocap. That would have been something. But we also got news on Mahershala Ali's Blade, so it looks like things are going good. So maybe by the time that movie comes out, maybe this game will come out or something. So yeah, what's
timing, guys? Timing.
Timing is everything with these things. Yeah. So what's your next one?
Let's see.
It's kind of hard to say sometimes because there was a lot of stuff. You have to really nitpick. You know what I mean?
I mean, there was a bunch of cool here and there. As we had Exoborne, Master of the Apocalypse. It's an open world shooter.
Oh yeah,
I like
cool.
the suits.
For
that.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. I can't pin like where I've seen that style from. It kind of gives me like Elysium vibes.
Sure. Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what it was. Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah. What do you think of that trailer?
No, I thought there was another mech game that you had to fight these zombies that were in mech suits. I thought that was exactly that, like a sequel to that. No, it looks cool, and apparently I think it's multiplayer, right? And there's like an ever-changing world in a way. There's always some sort of destruction going on, and of course you have grapple capabilities. I think it's gonna look really fun. I bet with you though, the gameplay is probably gonna look very familiar. To a lot of third persons we've seen before. I mean, even you know how that game is going to look like. It's probably going to look like the Matthew McConaughey game that when he yeah, like that type of like. Which first of all, that trailer was cool because at least they did show gameplay at the end of it. So, I mean, that was pretty cool.
And we also have a collab between Dead by Daylight and Supermassive.
Oh yeah.
It's a new game. The casting of we both thought it was going to be like Dead by Daylight DLC, but I guess it's a new game apparently. The casting of Frank Stone. It kind of gave me like Saw-esque vibes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's gonna be a survivor horror game.
Yeah, but like I don't know. That was like a serious trailer.
Yeah.
That was like a kind of sad. I kind of felt bad for whoever that.
I thought I was
serial
watching Dahmer.
Yeah. Is this supposed to tell me something about society? Yeah. I mean, it was a pretty good trailer, and I'm glad they're doing more with Dead by Daylight to get everybody invested for single player stuff as well.
I wish I would have seen that trailer on like Halloween or some shit.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. Common Dead by Daylight L. But and we also have first of all, No Man's Sky has been announced like 10 years ago, and so there was a whole thing with Jeff Keighley and the creative director, and it was kind of cool to see that he came back with something else, and it was basically a new game called Light No Fire. The graphics aren't my favorite, but here's the thing. I mean, that's not a make it or break it for a game really, and they're a dedicated team, and it's a small team, and I think they're a talented team, and so from what I've seen, it's going to take place on some version of Earth, and it's going to be absolutely massive. It's same kind of gameplay like No Man's Sky, but it's based in this type of fantasy medieval-esque Vikings-esque setting. What are your thoughts on that trailer?
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the graphics either, and I'm a big fantasy dude, but it didn't really appeal to me. But they are known for world building, which I like. So perhaps this would be a perfect time and perfect match for them to create their own fantasy world. We saw some like dragons you can like mount and like fly around and stuff. It almost gave me like Breath of the Wild vibes, but like the graphics were a little better than Breath of the Wild in my opinion. It's very like free traverse. There's probably a lot you can do in it. But I kind of wanted to see more out of it, in my opinion.
Well, I don't want to like tell me when to stop. How much you liked it?
Oh, you could have stopped.
Really? Okay, now we know the truth.
Yeah.
Now we know.
No, it looked. I'd probably give. I don't want to judge it because I haven't seen much of it yet, but it piqued my interest. Let's say that.
Yeah. And I'm sure. Well, I hope they had a.
Well,
past.
it's like they can't keep doing No Man's Sky every year.
They
so you got to do something.
And they had a lot of updates, but I tell you what, though, they did. There was the controversy back then for No Man's Sky, so I hope they don't face it again. You know, but good for them. At least they're trying something new. I'm glad for that, and with a really small team, so it's really impressive what they're doing.
But the only thing is, like for me, it's like everybody's doing fantasy now, so it's like
it's all fantasy.
It's falling on deaf ears. Yeah, they should have played harmonium then, because it would have really fallen deaf ears.
Seriously, it's I don't know. Again, like a lot of stuff. That's why we're nitpicking a lot, because a lot of stuff just feels really samey. Now you either have like Warframe, you have Cyberpunk, or you have that type of Vikings fantasy type of thing. Those, and then you have like Japanese culture
Ninja
or Chinese
or samurai.
That's it. That's always the same look, and it's kind of disappointing.
Which is not bad.
It's not bad, but
it's repetitive.
It's like, you've seen it before. Yeah. Like I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, we also got so we had two singers come on. We had one woman from Final Fantasy. Dylan went to use the bathroom while I was watching.
Listen,
that.
Jeff was like shooting off every category. I was like, fuck, I don't have no time to pee. So I was like, I'm gonna use this time to go pee real quick.
You went to pee. Jeff was smoking a cigarette out back, and he was making sure he had his Uber ready before.
I was dropping loads in Akram's toilet. I guess he was
right. No, and then they had they also had a Vikings performance, which I thought
was cool.
That was pretty good.
That was like very I don't know, like historic. That kind of reminded me of like the Eagle tribe from Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And what was that for? Was that for Senua? I think that
was for Senua.
Yeah. And then we also lastly we got, which was pretty cool, is kind of this recreation of Alan Wake 2's notorious musical number that happens in a game, and we see the actors there. I'm not like a big fan of that, but
that felt like the I Am Knuff song from Barbie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the choreography, like it was so cringy. It was almost like watching like the Steve Rogers play.
Right. Oh, I did miss. That actually made me miss a lot Peacemaker's intro. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
Yeah, I mean it was whatever. That was cool. We also have an update from the people who made GTFO. I never played that game, but they're doing a new game called Den of Wolves. There's not a lot of information on that, but it definitely looks really grunge, really cyberpunky, and really interesting, unique style.
But again, cyberpunk. So
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
There was a mech game. It was called. It's funny because we both thought it was gonna be Armor Core, some DLC or some shit, and it was this new game called Mecha Break. It looked pretty good because I thought it was gonna be Armor Core, and I love Armor Core, but I guess it's like a new Gundam game.
I thought I don't even know if it's Gundam. I thought it was like a crossover with Armor
That would
Core.
have been cool, to be honest.
And I heard there is like a Gundam game being worked
because even
out.
the combat looks similar to Armor Core and Gundam too. So I was like, oh, maybe this is some DLC. But the graphics are kind of okay, but
the gameplay looks interesting.
Solid, yeah. Very fast paced. These kinds of games go very fast paced.
Yeah, I felt like this one was also a trailer.
it's very like chaotic. Like that's why I love Armor Core, because like you have to. It's almost like you're really piloting like mechs.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. No, it looks really great. We also got. Actually, I might run out of games, to be honest with you. Space Marine, we got a trailer for that, but it's whatever. I cannot wait to play that, though, at least. But honestly...
Oh, we had the finals.
The finals? What was that one?
That was the last game. The one that's like the tournament game.
Oh, yeah, that's apparently a lot of people love that game. I mean, the engine for that game, blasting through walls. And it's not like Rainbow Six Siege. It's more fast-paced than that. It doesn't take time, really, to go through a wall. And like there probably will be no campers in that game, and so from that gameplay aspect, I could definitely see that probably lasting for a while. People playing that, but I said that before, and look how so many games are forgotten.
Right.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay. I think we hit all marks for premieres. Do you want to talk about some of the winners tonight? Yeah. Well, again, since you missed a lot of it,
I lost so much.
Shit.
I don't know. So back then, it used to be. You knew, it was obvious, like maybe God of War would win or something like that, or Spider-Man. Nowadays, everything's changed. People's tastes have kind of changed. And I think people's tastes, they really change just because just the way how development is, and you wait for so long that you have to look towards something else. And so that's why a lot of people, I think I don't know if Baldur's Gate would have won compared to, like if it was in the same year as other games. I know it's a great game, but still. So we got quite a lot of stuff we got wrong. At least I got wrong. Yeah. I got wrong.
Don't include me in that. So best narrative, Alan Wake won. I expected that. I picked Spider-Man, to be honest, because Spider-Man got dick wins tonight. I actually feel kind of bad for them.
Yeah, I know, it's really awkward. Well, but Alan Wake, to be honest with you, deserved that. That's the game that deserved it.
I thought for sure. If it didn't get best narrative, I thought for sure maybe it'd get like best direction, because it is a very like cinematic kind of game.
Who won best director?
That is a good question. Oh, it was Alan Wake. Oh no, art direction.
Oh, that should Alan Wake was art direction?
Yeah.
Okay, I chose that too. Yeah, that had to win art direction, absolutely. Unequivocally, I feel like Mel Gibson. Yeah, well, who won best score? Cause you won that one. It was Hi-Fi Rush, right?
Was it? Let me see.
Yeah. Hi-Fi Rush.
I know Hi-Fi Rush won best audio design, and I knew that was gonna happen because I mean, a lot of the games could have got it, but Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm-based game, so a lot of the combat is actually based in the music. Sometimes it was ass, I'm not gonna lie, when I was playing it, because like if you're even off by like a second, like it just fucks up your whole combat. It's like, oh fuck, I gotta restart again.
Right.
But I think it was interesting how they kind of implemented like audio into the gameplay, and then I think that's why they were nominated tonight for a lot of categories. I can't find who was the best score though. I feel like it was Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy got a lot of wins tonight too.
Yeah. Oh, best fighting freaked me out. That's when I knew.
That was weird.
I was gonna be
didn't
wrong.
expect that one. Yeah.
I was like, okay,
we
now
were both wrong on that account.
Yeah, it was Street Fighter 6, which I don't know if I forgot the reviews, but that's not really popular Street Fighter 6 that I'm aware of. I thought Mortal Kombat, biasedly so, would probably win. I mean, it kind of shows you that the people are actually taking the times to try out different things, and that's a good thing on its own as well. And anyway, for me personally, I never did a review for games really, but I felt like Mortal Kombat 1 was could have been better. So that did surprise me though.
But also Tekken 8.
Tekken 8.
I was surprised about that too.
Yeah. A lot of these games are gonna go hungry.
Shit. Who won best? Oh, best ongoing game.
Oh. Cyberpunk 2077,
yeah,
baby.
I mean, congrats to CD Projekt Red. After all the tears that you went through, they better get it.
Oh my gosh. I was
shit.
like, at the end, I felt like Tommen to jump. Yeah. I was super glad because they had a huge comeback. I think they really worked really hard, right? They did so many updates, and I can't imagine how good it is to play this game from the start as a new player with everything. I know I had about 450 hours in it, so newcomers enjoy it. It's a game worth playing, and I think you always remember it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
like I said, congrats to them. I think they definitely deserved it. I think that's the only one they took tonight, to be honest.
Really, it is.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And that went up against a couple of, I think, Genshin Impact also.
Wait, what's best narrative? Did they not win best narrative?
Best narrative, that's what I'm trying to find. I feel like it was Alan Wake though.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I think it was.
I think you are right. Yeah. I mean, well, look, they say Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, not Cyberpunk 2077. Phantom Liberty was about 30 hours to pass, so it's in a way a full game, but it relies a lot on Cyberpunk 2077's base story. So as a standalone new game, I could see why Alan Wake would, and plus the way how they set up missions and you could flip stuff and it's just amazing. So they definitely deserve that as well.
I think they got game direction too.
For Alan Wake 2?
Wake 2, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, Spider-Man
got dick. I was surprised about that.
Even for best what was it, action adventure, Spider-Man lost, right?
Yeah, I was surprised about that. I was like, I thought I'd at least get that.
That's the game you give the award to. Who won for that, actually? Was it like Ni no Kuni or something?
Here, well, Baldur's Gate won a lot. They won Game of the Year. They won Player's Voice. Also, congrats to Last of Us for getting Best Adaptation. Yeah, multiplayer game. They got community support.
Baldur's Gate?
Yep.
Damn.
Role-playing game.
Oh yeah, that had to be it. If they lost in that one, I was like, all right, something's rigged.
The Baldur's Gate community is pretty big. I know a lot of people that play it, so I wasn't surprised about that, to be honest. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 did get best narrative. Armored Core got best action game, thank God, because I love that game so much. You gotta play it; it's so fun.
Armored Core, really interesting.
And I thought Legend of Zelda actually was gonna win Game of the Year because I remember a lot of people raving about it when it first dropped.
Well, it was between that and Mario, so I was like,
"That's true, yeah." It's like, I didn't surprised when Mario was nominated.
Shit,
I was surprised fucking Hogwarts Legacy didn't even make an appearance. That they fucking dipped on that.
I know. No, Mario when they lost, it was like them time wasted sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Definitely.
Shit.
They probably didn't even expect to be nominated.
Right. That was like a pity nominee.
Right.
But it was just, we need to include at least one Mario game.
No, and when they were like there, Jeff was like, for them to like leave, you're like, go.
Oh, that did win best family game though.
Mario?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I actually picked Sonic for that one, but that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I had to. Okay.
The sports categories.
Esports, I did vote. I didn't know jack shit about it. but I completely failed.
I know. I knew
lost
Forza
so
was
bad.
gonna win at least one.
Oh, you're talking about that? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, it was the accessibility one.
For Forza?
Yeah, because I was like, that's the only category that they're really gonna get.
Oh, and it was between that and Spider-Man, right?
Oh, was it? I think so. Yeah.
Because Spider-Man, you could put shit in slow motion and stuff. Well, no, the esports. What were your thoughts on esports? Best creator.
I could care less.
Be none the wiser. Me voted. I was just like this, and I was like, and I completely lost. I was like, damn, not even one.
I mean, I'm sure some of you guys, you know, are big sports gamers out there, so I kind of want to hear what you thought in the comments too. But yeah, we mostly were worried about the big categories for this one.
I was really we talked about this for a long time, and so this video is special because it's kind of like the culmination of all the other reactions we did. And it definitely, Game Awards is like that time where you really have to show everything. And, you know, for some people, they're fine with it. But I feel like now AAA gaming is kind of going downhill. I mean, we did get the release of GTA 6. You know, we're going to get the Blade game. There are some cool stuff, but for the most part, it's outshined by the littler stuff. And that's okay. But I feel like I'd rather see an equal. Because I feel like all the gamers, they need to come together. For depending on whatever game you want.
I didn't play Starfield, but I was kind of shocked at the disappointment behind Starfield because they hyped it up so much this year.
I really didn't like it. Well, speaking of that, also I just want to make a quick mention of Fallout, Ella Purnell, and they showed the armor suit. That was pretty cool. Like that's the thing about the Game Awards. It's like Fallout is so iconic, and now you make a live action series, and it looks like because of The Last of Us, they're dedicating so much to make it genuine and authentic, and that's great. That's how much games really, you know, are in our everyday lives, and they stay in our memories. And I'm like, I wish they made more games like that, because Fallout is a AAA game. You know, usually you make adaptations out of AAA games, right? And so it's like, by not showing that many AAA games, it's quite disappointing. I know a lot of people are probably disappointed. I am for sure, and I fear for the industry coming forward because again, they're cutting a lot of people, and developer wise, they're being done dirty, and then also we don't have a lot of titles. So what the hell did you put the PS5 for with the separated disc drive? Now it's like, who's gonna buy it? Because there's no really any game. And Xbox like Zelensky, like, we need more money, please. That's what Xbox do. I don't know what the fuck they're up to.
Well, you have all those PS4 games you could just replay on the PS5.
I feel cheated. I feel dirty.
Shit. Well, the thing is, it's like, so yeah, we said our piece about the AAA games. It's very quick cookie cutter ish.
Mm-hmm.
But even with the indie games, it's like, okay, well, great.
That's true.
For the indie games, but a lot of them are either like side scrollers or puzzle solvers. So
True.
it's like,
and similar aesthetics.
Give me something new,
right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the like the Game for Impact thing was kind of the whatever that game that one was called, Sonar.
Senube, Master Senube.
Whatever that game was. That looked better, right? Like some of them look cool, and some of them are like really interesting in far as like storytelling and gameplay dynamic. But I think for the most part, I think they're just too side scrollery, or just too similar in that regard as well. So it's like, I want more out of the indies as well.
Well, for sure, yeah.
If you're gonna equate indies with AAAs, then you have to give me something more.
Right, exactly. And also separate aesthetic too, because there's a lot of fantasy shit going on now, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, I honestly felt like 2 years ago, I think the indies that were revealed, I remember they were showing a lot of unique things. I remember there was one game, I think William Dafoe, and I believe even Daisy Ridley was in that game, and it was like, it took place in a room. Like, we don't see shit like that anymore. I don't know what's going on, unless, you know, I think, again, a lot of people, they have to meet their deadlines and stuff like that.
I mean, Roller Drome was kind of cool when I played it last year. That was really, it was short, but it was unique. Even Hi-Fi Rush was kind of unique this year too, but again, it was, I feel like the story fell flat for me, and sometimes the gameplay was like too off for me, or inconsistent.
What did you think of the Hoyoverse stuff?
I fell off Hoyoverse a long time ago. You motherfuckers are the only ones playing it now. Shit.
Them motherfuckers are talk.
Well, that's funny because like as I left Hoyoverse, that's when it kicked off. So I mean, you know, Genshin Impact is still ongoing, of course. Honkai Star Rail is getting a lot of exposure now, and then there's that new one, ZZ. I would just call it ZZ.
Oh yeah, Triple Z, whatever.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called. That looks cool though. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like it's very.
It's a good trailer.
You know, laid back. Like, it's very, I don't know if it's gonna be open world like Genshin Impact, but I imagine it'll be like the same. It'll probably be party based, So probably have like different characters with different fighting styles. And then you'll probably just build your party. So, but it's more like a futuristic Genshin Impact in a way. But I don't know. Anime is the big thing now, I guess. Persona fans, you guys are eating good too this year, I guess. Final Fantasy. You guys
for sure.
are rocking it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's crazy. But the last reveal again was Monster Hunter. What was your feeling when I could see it in his face?
I feel like to go like this to Jeff. I was like, after that, I was like, come on, you gonna give me Monster Hunters like after all that? What? I forgot what the last reveal for the last game was. Was it the Dead Space remaster? It was something big. I remember, or maybe it was Avatar.
No, I forgot.
It was something big. So I was like, when you give me Monster, and I was like, who's really looking forward to it? I mean, it looked okay as like if you introduced it in the beginning, I would have been like, oh, cool, Monster Hunter. But
that's not like a final
as a
reveal.
finisher. Yeah, that's not a finisher.
That's what really spoke to me. I was like, oh, okay, seems like there's an issue here. Where it takes a long time to make games. But you would think as time progresses, a lot of people are using Unreal Engine 5. A lot of their software that's proprietary has kind of been handed down with each iteration of a game. It's like, I know game development takes long, but a lot of stuff they showed didn't feel like it'll be those type of games that'll take really long. So unless we have to wait now to 2025, or unless Summer Game Fest, I wonder if there's going to be something that's going to really blow me away, where it's absolutely like there's artificial intelligence in the game. Maybe it's like 4D. I could feel the water in my face. Like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Can smell the environment.
Yeah, I don't know. They're taking their sweet old time. I think it's really budgeting too and stuff like that.
I thought maybe they'd show like a new console or something. I mean, they had like the little Lenovo Legion, but that was just like a Switch knockoff.
It was, yeah.
We didn't get anything really with the new PlayStation handheld.
Oh yeah,
which they barely even showcased at the PlayStation showcase.
And it doesn't even have Bluetooth, so I'm like, at least we still have Disney Plus Day or Disney Plus Games, remember? It's showcase. Yeah. It's like for no reason.
Which we still haven't heard anything from that one game, so it's like it's so far off now. I don't even know what Unreal Engine is gonna offer me anymore.
I don't know. And then
I'm about to switch to Oculus games now. That's so fucking desperate.
But they only showed like that one Loki VR game. It's not even a lot of Oculus stuff either. It's like, so we got the next PlayStation Showcase. Maybe is gonna be, well, that's gonna be around this time. Like, when did it come out last time? Like in October? Oh no, I'm sorry. It came out way back when.
Yeah, I think December something of next year. That's when he said.
December 12th.
December 12th. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm surprised they didn't show anything for Star Wars Outlaws too.
Yeah. What won for best anticipated game? Because I put Star Wars Outlaws. I bet with you it didn't win.
I don't even think we announced it, but yeah, we didn't get anything with that. I mean, I was even surprised like Fallen Order didn't win anything, because I think I voted for Cameron Montague for best performer.
Oh, yeah, and I voted for Yuri Lowenthal, and they both were like, like that, right? Like that. Yeah, it was. Again, I'm sure. I don't know. A lot of people kind of feel weird about the Game Awards now. I mean, the whole thing about the Game Awards is the reveals. I don't know, man. It does kind of. I don't know. It just feels like. Not lackluster. It was a great showcase of stuff. It was really professional. Nobody like Matan went up there or anything like that. It was a good showcase, but it wasn't really
not
surprising.
Your cup of tea.
It wasn't. Like, you kind of feel a little bit disappointed.
I think because we're coming 2 years out of COVID already.
That's
kind of
expecting
to pick it back up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there were a lot of cool reveals in this showcase. But I think we just had higher expectations.
I set my expectations really high.
His is higher than mine. I'm just like, I play whatever.
Yeah. Mine was super high this time because I was like, okay, it's about time. Because all the showcases we did were like pretty lackluster in terms of showing stuff that we really want to play.
And E3 was canceled, so.
And then now it's like the Game Awards like this. I'm thinking, unless they're being selfish, I don't know, and they want to have their own streams, but it's like they're not even showing great stuff in their own streams.
Right.
So, I don't know, but if you had to rate the Game Awards 2023, what would you rate it?
I'd probably give it Probably gave it 6 out of 10.
Success. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the number or the letter score that you would give it?
Let us go.
Because Jeff Keighley always asks that.
It ain't AAA, I'll tell you that.
It's not AAA.
Whatever he's given for the indies, that's what I'll give.
I don't know. I don't know.
Probably a B. I'd probably give it a B.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would give it a. It was a good show. It's just disappointing, but I give it like a B minus. And then out of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a.
There were some cool like
7.
people in it. We had Kojima. We had Christopher Judge.
Yeah, I know.
Even Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, he
made
was cool
appearance,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got off his Applebee's shift and then he came here. That was cool.
He took a day off from Arrakis.
Arrakis,
Just
at least
just to fucking host the
selling sandbags
Right.
or whatever. Yeah, so I mean, but that is our thoughts for the Game Awards 2023. Let us know what you think. Friend, why don't you take us away?
Yeah, thank you guys. Let us know what you thought. Yeah, definitely check out our older reviews. We cover a lot of the game showcases. This was actually kind of like a closure episode for us in that series. But yeah, we had fun. Nonetheless, talking about all these games. I hope you guys will, continue to stick with us as they come out and we give more of our thoughts. But thank you guys so much. Sub to the channel. But until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys.